Good Wednesday morning to you, Trucker Todd here, and time for another video. All right, folks, the title I'm sure caught you off guard, the picture of me, whatever. No, I'm not doing pot. You guys know I don't love the smell of it. But with pot being legalized across the country, a lot of guys are asking, should it be legalized for truckers as well, or should truck drivers be excluded? I've debated with you, some of you on here about that in the past. A lot of guys say, hey, if I'm on my own time, why can't I smoke a little? And then a couple of days later when I turn to work, everything's fine. And, I've got, you guys know that if you do that, it'll of course show up in your drug test for 30 days. I'm against it, not only because I don't like the smell. I just think we've already got enough distractions and things in the truck. We don't need people doing that on top of everything else. And you guys know, and I know, that there will be guys that wouldn't follow that policy and only smoke it when they're at home. They would do it out on the road as well. But let's delve into this article from Truckers News and see what Mr. Pete Buttigieg, the Transportation Secretary, thinks about all of this. But before we do, give this video a thumbs up, share it on your social media platforms, and make sure you're subscribed. Check out the website, truckertodd.net. Now let's cue up the music and jump right in. Here we go.
And this is why I do this, why I'm out here, why I keep that hammer down. Flying by these road signs with home on my mind, with these wheels turning round. For my family and for my kids, for this life I wanna live. And this is why I do this.
Alrighty, we're back. So the title of this article, I'm pulling it up now, come from Truckers News. I would encourage y'all to check out this article if you're curious. It's titled, Buttigieg says even if DOJ reclassifies pot, it's still off limits for truck drivers. You guys know that me and Mr. Buttigieg and Mr. Biden agree on or disagree on many things. I think we agree on this one. And it says, no matter what another branch of the federal government does, the one overseeing the trucking industry still views marijuana as off limits. So as we look around the country, marijuana is becoming legalized in more and more places, and it's not coming to the trucking industry, at least anytime soon. Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg told the House Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure this week that even if the Department of Justice reclassifies marijuana from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3 drug, the change will not preclude trucking companies or other transportation entities from testing for its use. Now, I wonder if this will be like other transportation related topics where it'll end up in court and it'll get decided later down the line. But at least in the immediate future, there are no plans to legalize marijuana for truck drivers. And then they go on to say, our understanding of the rescheduling of marijuana from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3 is that it would not alter DOT's marijuana testing requirements with respect to the regulated community, said Buttigieg in a response to a question from Representative Rick Crawford, Republican from Arkansas. For private individuals who are performing safety-sensitive functions subject to drug testing, marijuana is classified by name, not by reference to one of those classes. So even if it was in its classification, we do not believe that it would have an immediate impact on that authority. So what they're basically saying is, it doesn't matter how marijuana is classified, whether it be Class 1 or Class 3. The fact that it lists the drug by name means that they'll continue to test for it. It goes on to talk about what a few politicians think about it. Let's read what the ATA president, because We all know he's out for helping truck drivers. The ATA are our friends in trucking. If you couldn't tell, I was saying that sarcastically. They're usually for the mega carriers and not the drivers. But I haven't read this part. Let's see what the ATA thinks about this. In a statement Thursday, the ATA president, Chris Spears, said, "We are grateful to Congressman Crawford for elevating this serious issue, and we appreciate Secretary Buttigieg's focus on providing the transportation industry with the clarification it needs to continue screening for marijuana use among safety-sensitive transportation workers. If the trucking industry's ability to conduct drug testing for marijuana were to be restricted, a heightened risk of impaired drivers would threaten our nation's roadways." So basically, they're saying almost exactly what Pete Buttigieg did. And on this one topic, I agree with them. I'm never going to be a fan of Pete Buttigieg. I'm never going to be a fan of the ATA, but I think they got it right in this case. And like I've said before, nobody's wrong 100% of the time, and this is one of those cases where I feel like they got it right. And then it goes on to say that, and this does not apply to truckers, let me be clear, legal recreational use of marijuana is on the rise. Pot use is now legal in Alaska, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Ohio, Oregon, Rhode Island, Vermont, Virginia, and Washington. So there you go. That's a lot of states. I find it, and this maybe should be a topic for another video, I find it interesting that we can't wait to legalize all these things for people, but we make it nearly impossible for a person to own one of these, bang, 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 in most of these states that are listed here. So smoke all the dope you want, but forget it when it comes to your Second Amendment rights and things like that. All right, folks, I think I've said enough to get myself in trouble. I'm going to check out now. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.